Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Novel Abdurrahman. I am from grade 12 IPS 2. I will present the biography of B.J. Habibie. Early life. B.J. Habibie is the fourth of 8 children. The pair Alwi, Abdul Jalil Habibie, and R.A. Tuti Marini Pus Powar Dojo. His father, who works as an agricultural expert, comes from Gorontalo, ethnic, while his mother is from Javanese ethnic. Alwi Abdul Jalil Habibie has the clan Habibie, one of the original clans in the social structure of Pohala Gorontalo. Meanwhile, R.A. Tuti Marini Puspo Wardojo, the daughter of an ophthalmologist in Yogyakarta, and her father, Puspo Wardojo, is the owner of the school. The Habibie clan is the historically recorded as originating from the Kabila region and area in Bolango district, Gorontalo province. From the family tree, the grandfather of B.J. Habibie was a religious leader, member of the religious Scouts board, and one of the famous Gorontalo customary leaders at that time. The Habibie family in Gorontalo is now the B fond of raising cattle, owning a large number of horses, and owning coffee plantations. As a child, Habibie had visited Gorontalo to participate in the progress of circumcision and traditional ceremonies, which were carried out according to Islamic law and Gorontalo custom. Education. B.J. Habibie stood at Dago Christian High School. Habibie then studied mechanical engineering at the Faculty of Engineering, University of Indonesia, Bandung. Now, the Bandung Institute of Technology. In 1954, in 1965, Habibie continued his study of aeronautical engineering, with specializing in aircraft construction at RWTF Aachen, West Germany. Received an engineering diploma in 1960 and doctor in engineering in 1965, with the title summa cum laude. Wedding. At first, the love story between Habibie and Ainun began when they were teenagers, when both were still in junior high school. However, both of them only paid attention to each other when they both attended Dago Christian High School, Bandung, West Java. Their communication was finally cut off after Habibie continued studying and working in West Germany, while Ainun remained in Indonesia and studied at the Faculty of Medicine, University of Indonesia. B.J. Habibie married Hasri Ainun Besari on May 12, 1962 in Rangga Malela, Bandung. Habibie and Ainun marriage contract was held according to Javanese custom and culture, while a wedding reception was held the next day with Gorontalo custom and culture at the Pranger Hotel. When married to Habibie, Ainun was faced with two choices, choosing to continue working in a children's hospital in Hamburg or taking part in working behind the scenes as a wife and housewife. After discussing with Habibi, Ainun finally chose the second option from their second marriage. Habibi and Ainun were blessed with two sons, namely Ilham Akbar Habibi and Tori Kemal Habibi. Profession: Habibi had worked at Messerschmitt Volkov Bomb, an airline based in Hamburg, West Germany in 1973. He returned to Indonesia at the request of President Suharto. Habibie then served as Minister of State for Research and Technology from 1978 to March 1998. B.J. Habibie breakthrough during his tenure as Minister of Research and Technology began with his desire to implement the Indonesia vision. According to Habibie, Indonesia lives and both in the vision of Indonesia. Lives and bound in the vision of Indonesia rests on research and technology, particularly in strategy industry managed by PT IPTN, PT Pindad, dan PT PAL. The target is that Indonesia as an agricultural country can jump directly into an industrial country with mastery of science and technology. Meanwhile, when serving as Minister of Research and Technology, Habibie was also elected as the first chairman of the Indonesia Muslim Intellectual Association. Habibie was elected by acclamation to become chairman of the ICME on December 7, 1990. President Habibie inherited of the state of chaos in the aftermath of Suharto resignation during the New Order era, which led to rampant riots and was integrated into almost all part of Indonesia immediately after gaining power. President Habibie immediately formed a cabinet. One of the important tasks is to get back support from the International Monetary Foundation Fund and the community of donor countries for economic recovery program, also fresh political prisoners and reduce control and freedom of speech and organizational activities. During his brief reign, he managed to provide a solid foundation for Indonesia in its era. The anti-monopoly law on fair competition law was born, changed to the law on political party and most importantly the regional autonomy law. The application of the regional autonomy law, the disintegration turmoil inherited from the New Order era was successfully suppressed and finally resolved in the era of President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono. Without of regional autonomy law, it is certain that Indonesia will suffer the same fate as the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia. The end of presidency. According to the opposition, one of the biggest mistakes he made while serving as president was allowing the referendum for the province of East Timor, now Timor-Leste, to be held. He proposed something that was quite shocking to the public at that time, namely holding an opinion poll for as Timor-Leste the vote for independence or to the remain part of Indonesia. During his presidency, as Timor separated from the unitary state of the Republic in Indonesia and become a separate sovereign state on August 30, 1999. It was just the opposition were dissatisfied with Habibie background to push him even further. This effort was finally successful when the 1999 General Assembly decided not to run again after his accountability report was rejected by the MPR. The view of the Habibie government in the early reform era tended to be negative, but in the line with the development of time, many people consider the Habibie government positive. Then, Habibie died the Gatot Subroto Army Hospital on September 11, 2019 at 18.5 WIB to heart failure. Previously, Habibie had undergone intensive care since September 1, 2019. The day before his burial, BJ body Habibie was taken from RSPAD to Habibie Ainun resident Patra Kuningan area to be buried. He was then buried next to his wife Asri Ainun Bisari at the Kalibata Hero Cemetery, slot 120 on September 12, 2019 at 14 WIB. The funeral ceremony was attended by the President of Republic of Indonesia Joko Widodo. As the ceremony inspector, B.J. Habibie was the first Indonesian president to be buried in the Hero Graveyard in the capital Jakarta, while President Soekarno and Abdurrahman Wahid were buried in S. Java, while President Soeharto was buried in Karanganyar Central. Appreciation. Honorary member of the Malaysian Engineer Association (EIM) Malaysia, honorary member of the Japanese Academy of Engineering Japan, honorary member of the Fellowship of Engineering of United Kingdom, honorary member of the National Academy of Engineering USA, honorary member of Académie Nationale de Fire at the Espace France. And we can learn from B.J. Habibie biography is always active in learning and also not forgetting with player. That presentation from me, what is there is an error, please forgive. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.